So, one thing I love about Lancashire, you come to a dump. You come to a dump to get rid of your household waste, and there's peacocks literally peacocking. What? Exactly, mate. So the main peacock infestation are next to the large appliances dump. As you can see, there's a female there, and the males are wasting no time. Oh, the alpha says no, not allowed to the other younger male. Exactly. So, Reform, Nigel Farage's party, won the Runcorn by-election for a Member of Parliament. They defeated Labour by 6 votes. 6 votes. Now think about how those 7 Labour voters in Runcorn, they thought, we'll win. We don't need to turn up at the ballot boxes. Shows you why voting is so important. Winning by 6 votes. Well done, Reform. Hey Laura, get me a close-up of arse. Please. Hold it steady. Arse. Okay, Blackburn people. It's not Margaret Thatcher. It's not Maggie. It's not the Iron Lady. It's Barbara Castle. And if you go that way, there's a big road called Barbara Castle Way. I should have put 2 and 2 together to get 5, but I put 2 and 2 together and got a Tory. Speaking of Tories, speaking of the Conservative Party, are they still a thing? We're going to, of course, in this episode, talk about the election results, council elections, mayoral elections. We're going to talk about Nigel Farage. We're going to talk about the Reform Party and the epic winning they seem to have done yesterday. Many counts still ongoing. So as we pass the big copper oxide tumour on the side of Blackburn Cathedral, as we look at the big wheel, we're going to get all political on your ass. Can't fault the big wheel. Let's give them a free plug. It's Britain's biggest mobile Ferris wheel, called the Tatton Eye. Tatton. And all the Union Jacks, all the Union flags are for Victory in Europe Day, VE Day. Not VD Day, not Venereal Disease Day, but Victory in Europe Day from 80 years ago. 1945. I think 8th of May coming up. And that's when those pesky Nazis, Adolf Hitler, etc., was defeated. I think the Japanese, you get in trouble for saying, you can't look at the London Eye and talk about the Japs' eye. The Japanese were a bit later that summer, I think, getting nuked a couple of times to make them surrender. So, for the international audience, there's 2 types of, well, there's more than 2, but we'll keep it simple. There's 2 types of election. There's elections where we elect members of parliament, and then obviously that party who wins, they elect a prime minister, and then that party manages the country, doesn't run the country. We all know it's big business and war party that truly runs the country, but we elect a different management team. So they don't change everything, but they change the flavour of how things are managed every few years. So that's every 5 years, or they can call it earlier than 5 years, but the maximum they can do is 5 years. And then we had what we had yesterday. We have what we had yesterday, which is local and mayoral elections. And it's kind of like a pretend election to elect local councillors that run in the council, you know, like, I don't know what the American House of Representatives, I don't know. I don't actually know. Maybe you guys have got local councils as well. I don't know. But the best thing about these local elections is that it shows the nation the viewer intentions of the public. And the public, they've announced a few councils already where Reform has taken over. A few other councils, there's many councils in England and Wales. A few other councils, a massive Labour majority of 14,000 has been lowered to a majority of just 400. So, and again, massive congratulations to Farage and his party for getting their 6th Member of Parliament in Runcorn, which is close to Scouserland, also close to Manchester. It's in the northwest. Runcorn, never been there, but funnily enough, to give him a plug because he deserves it, because he's a funny guy. Danny from Honest Places, a YouTube channel called Honest Places. His last video is, by coincidence, him out testing Guinness beer in Runcorn. And it's worth saying, they've been around for hundreds of years, most successful political party in the Western world. The British Conservatives, the Conservative Party, to call them for what they call themselves, the Conservative Party. Many people are saying this, and I'm going to say it as well. This, I think, this election could mark the absolute end. The end. Complete decimation, finished now, of the Conservative Party. Nobody cares anymore about the Tories. They had 14 years to make the country better, and they didn't. And of hope and glory. I can really feel the Civil War dissipating. The chances of a civil war getting smaller and smaller and smaller until poof, no more civil war. How are we going to do it? Well, we've come to one of Britain's most Muslim towns, cities. There's a cathedral here, they probably call it a city. And if we can, like the Americans do, propagandize and show them the glory, not of the American Empire, but of the British Empire. Hello, mate, you okay? All good. Yeah, just doing a video talking about the elections yesterday, talking about Blackburn. We'll even film the baby. Hey, Ralph!
Blackburn is fully cracked, mate.
Is it fully cracky here, yeah?
Fully cracked, bro.
I'll go check him out. Thanks for watching, man. Take it easy. Where was I? Friendly young man. Oh, yeah. If we start making young British Muslims proud of the great warrior victories of Great Britain throughout the histories, we've defeated everyone. Absolutely everyone. Just don't talk about 1776. That was hard, you know. We'd just been fighting wars in Europe, and America owed us a lot of money. And when we went to collect those goddamn Minutemen and Paul Revere, the problems they caused, but then the Brits went and beat them up in 1812, burnt down the White House. So we're even, guys. But the Americans know how to turn various religions and ethnicities into proud Americans, flag-waving, patriotic Americans. And because Britain has lost its balls, its testicles, fell down the sewer, and we've got chubby they-them academics telling our youth that British Empire is shameful, that being British is shameful, that being white is shameful. I disagree. That's all winner's guilt. Now, don't be a sinner, be a winner, as Paul in Liverpool says. But there's much to attract your young British Muslim who is searching for identity. And many within Islam say it's an unapologetic warrior culture. And let me just tell you, nobody does warrior culture like the British when they're not feeling bad about themselves. I'm almost getting tired of winning. Okay, like many of you, I have very big issues in my personal life that make me, you know, very sad. It's not even, you can't even joke about it. But on the big geopolitical world, let me just turn the camera around. Geopolitically, multiculturalism has died. The corrupt Conservative Party has died. Everyone's voting reform. It looks like mass deportations of illegal migrants is on the table. And with the right leadership, with the right testicular fortitude, we're going to make Britain great again. It's in the title, Great Britain. At the moment, we are moderately mediocre Britain, MMB. But with the right leadership and the right balls, it can be GB again. In other news, there's lots of other news. Russell Brand, the actor, comedian, guru, long-haired, verbose. Hey, mate. Yeah. Oh, good, mate. Yeah, nice to see you. It's all good. So, Russell Brand, he is accused of raping 4 women by 4 different women 25, 26 years ago, when he would have been at the height of his, well, youth, fame, power, seductive powers, who knows. I can never see it, but many women tell me that Russell Brand is a very sexy man. I'm not of that same cloth. I'm not the, you know, Jack Sparrow, cheeky chappy, skinny jeans, long hair kind of masculinity. No, I'm a different type of man. But saying that, again, everyone's innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. And here's the problem, you might still be innocent even if proven guilty in the court of law. They do get it wrong. But am I allowed to say this as a slightly prominent YouTuber? But I'll just say it like this. I don't think Russell Brand had to rape any women. I think they were lining up at the door of his apartment to see him. He's a very rich man. He's a multi-millionaire. And I'll tell you what else women like. Money. These words will come back and bite me in the ass, and I'll have to issue my own apology if he is found guilty. But I just don't see, and I think the collective consciousness of humanity here as well, there's no big drama and scandal. Yeah, it's in the newspapers, he's at court, he's got a good lawyer, the same lawyer that defended Kevin Spacey when that young man tried to get his millions. Oh, give us some shekels, Kevin. You were a little bit flirty on the movie set. I didn't even know Kevin Spacey was gay until young men started accusing him of you know what, I might be right. I got in trouble. You know, believe all women, Charlie. Believe all gay men. I was defending, obviously not in court. I'm just a bloody idiot with a camera. I was saying good things about Kevin Spacey whilst he was in court. I just didn't see a man of Kevin Spacey's charisma, wit, and you know, he's a powerful, now I know he's a gay man, a powerful gay man. I just didn't see Kevin having to be rapey as well. So Robert Jenrick, the Shadow Justice Secretary or Home Secretary, I forget, for the Tories, I feel sorry for him. He might have to defect to Reform. You hear that, Mr. Jenrick? You're good, but your party, no good. They've released the figures of how rapey different nationalities are in Great Britain, and my God, the stats are out. The various nationalities that surpass British people in terms of rapiness per capita. And I don't know if there were many grooming gangs around here, but if they were, I think the police were told to ignore it. By the town hall, some people are beginning the sunny delights of photon-enhanced drinking. Plus, we've got this beautiful classical sandstone town hall, but we got to build a sky bridge to the next one, and it's absolute 70s shite. What should we do, boss? Just make it 70s shite. No one will notice. No one will notice. Look at that. What a load of shit. Blackburn is struggling, guys. This is the mall. It's got a few mainstream shops, a very common high street, but right in the smack bang centre of Blackburn, it's all brown site industrial estate. They've tried to turn some of it into car parks, which is weird because you get 3 hours for free at Morrison's, which is right there, and then it's a 1 minute walk into town. You get 3 free hours at the supermarket. Anyway, someone has, from here, with my without my glasses on, it looks like someone's thrown bricks or big stones through the police station window. So we will of course get a bit closer, see if it is that or if it's just my eyesight seeing crap. Oh no, it does look like it's been twatted, but it looks like it's been twatted from the inside. What the WF? What the hell is even that? It's been sprayed and plasticated from the inside, but from a distance that looked like armoured glass that had been blunt force traumatized. Where's my police car? So yeah, there's nothing here, big empty spaces. A lot of tarmac just heating up, making the average temperature here nice and toasty. What an uninspiring, third world, brutalist, crappy police station. My God. If you were a victim of a crime and you turned up here, you might as well just turn around and go home. No, I'm only joking. That's a joke. Obviously, report your crime. Try and use the system. But I have a feeling a lot of people here will be scanning that QR code. How do I make a complaint? As if it's going to do anything. And the police, of course, have got the car ramming of peace barriers. Nice and covered. But, oh God, yeah. When I saw that Filipino one in Canada the other day, it took me about 2 minutes of research to see that it probably wasn't a jihadi, just a crazy family feud gone very bad. And knowing what I know about the Blackburnians, if anyone's going to car ram the police station, it probably won't be one of the muzzies you got here. It'll probably be a little Christo, a drunken Christo. Is now getting mad. Look at Charlie praising Islam. No, Christianity's clearly better for you, and you know, I prefer it. But let's not whitewash white crackheads and white drunks and degenerate white people away like they don't exist. They do. And a big problem with the sectarianism of pre-Civil War identity politics, everyone separating along ethnic lines and so forth, is that you end up tacitly supporting scum, absolute scum, just because they happen to look like you. And that's wrong. Is it controversial to say that an effective immigration policy is very similar to eugenics? Is that controversial? Think about it. By only letting in the very best, if you have an effective and sane immigration policy, you, by definition, root out scummy, retarded ones, stupid ones, violent ones, criminal ones. You gotta have a bit of selection. It's funny, like no one gets mad at a girl. Everyone says, you know, trust the girl. Women will choose a sexual partner and, by definition, exclude everyone else that didn't make the grade. No one complains about that. Human rights to make a choice. Yet when it comes to your nation, for some reason, making a choice and excluding people, that's wrong, that's bad, that's racist, that's bigoted, that's probably transphobic somehow. It probably is. This is the bus station, and that is a gaggle of teenagers hanging out. We should get them into an apprenticeship or into a job. Just hanging out on a Friday afternoon, smacking each other's bottoms like you've just witnessed. Absolutely in honor of the men who perished in the Great War. And at the top it specifies Africa and Gallipoli. What a, no, not ridiculous, but what a ridiculously tough fighting environment. The sands of North Africa. So anyway, big scandal from the Labour Party again. You know how this country spends billions of great British pounds housing illegal people who break the law to arrive here by human trafficker, by boat, as in illegal migrants. The government now, not happy with paying for them to stay in often 3- and 4-star hotels, many times in the countryside, the government is now offering private landlords, homeowners, a 5-year lease to house illegal people. And they say we'll pay all the insurance, any damage, we'll pay for it, we'll pay all the bills, we'll pay the rent. And of course, if you're a private landlord and you want to make some money and you don't want to have to deal with estate agents every 12 months, you don't want to have to deal with returning people's deposits, the government is literally guaranteeing, and that is a big deal. The British government has never in its history defaulted on its debts. UK gilts. Safest investment on earth, proven. So when the British government says they're going to pay and guarantee stuff for you, financial people take it seriously. So now, not only have you got over 1 million illegal immigrants and 500 more are arriving every day. That's a big number, guys. Not only are they competing for school places, hospital places, services, public services, they're now directly competing against hard-working renters. Now, I know I said a few minutes ago that the chance of civil war is dissipating and fading away, and then the government comes along and does something effing stupid like guaranteed 5-year rents for private landlords when they house illegal people. I do like the aesthetics of Blackburn train station. It's simple yet pretty, with detailing. That is not the time. It is not 6:02. Oh, the sights and sounds of Blackburn. What are the security up to? They're saying, oh God, we'll never be able to hold these doors against the hordes. The hordes are coming. That's an interesting beard. He looks like Chabdullah Vetic. Oh no, he's got a mustache. And well, there's one person on the street, 2 people. Friday afternoon, and Blackburn ain't what it used to be. And what's that up ahead? Is that a private prisoner transport. It certainly is. I've been thinking a lot about the last 10 years, especially since we entered Trannygeddon, the Armageddon of transgender, wokeism, every white person's a bigot, you can't be racist against white people, and all this other nonsense that came into the West. A replacement migration, you know, positive discrimination to give jobs to non-whites before whites. No wonder British Muslims took one look at British society and they said, to F with that, you guys are insane. My kid's not a tranny. What is this gender confused, ashamed of yourselves nonsense? But now, with the Supreme Court hearing, with reform looking like it's going to be the next government, it's going to be the next local government, that's pretty much guaranteed. And so maybe, just maybe guys, in the very near future, British Muslims will be the envy of all the other Muslims around the world. Well, they will say, British Muslims, you are the peak. You guys are there upholding British values, upholding religious values, whatever. The big thing now, guys, for me, two things. To really promote to really promote free speech like the Americans have, and to prevent a civil war. We're not dumb beasts. We're not idiots. We're not monkeys. Why fight when with just a few adjustments we can make them very proud to be British? Look at these colors behind me. What is that? Oh, I think it's AI, guys. Graphic designers all crying now. AI. Give me an electric monkey, a blue electric monkey, and AI spits that out, ejaculates that image out. Behind me, you might recognize a few of the bands, but it's all Rock Pressed in Preston Tribute Act Festival. Looks good though. I was going to say, what do you think, sir? But he doesn't look like a Slipknot fan. This out. Express News, specializing in vapes and energy drinks. It's almost as colorful as AI Monkey over there. But vapes and energy drinks. UK aesthetics in it. And looking at this shop display gave me Asperger's. Look at it. They sell everything. You want some vintage fake bongo drums? They sell them. You want some freaky clowns? They sell them. You want some whatever the F that is? They sell them. Context, absolutely vital. Marks and Spencer's here in central Blackburn. I'd come more, but parking's a bit of an issue here. And M&S been absolutely twatted by cyber attacks, and it's wiped a lot of value off, well, the capital value off their share price. And of course, as we discussed a couple of videos ago, you only lose money on the stock market when you cash it in. So don't cash it in if it's gone down. You have to wait. Buy the dip. Hold! I cannot be bothered waiting for it, but we're looking at the NatWest Bank, National Westminster. It's a major bank here in the UK, and they've got a big display. And I kid you not, a big banner shot up and it said mental health. And the psychiatrist says to me, everyone's different. And it said mental health isn't a choice. And I was like, seriously, who passed that? And let's do the Veitch's view here, yeah? Mental health is a noun. It's a concept. You don't have mental health. You've either got good or bad mental health, or neutral. You don't have mental health. Mental health is a noun. And Prince Harry started doing these charities. Oh, talk about your feelings, talk about this and that and that. I'm sorry, as a man who's meant to work and provide and be a man, if you start sharing with the people around you all your little mental problems and, oh, I'm this and that, they're going to trust you less, they're going to invite you to the pub less. Yes, talk about things with people, but do it in the right way. Don't turn yourself into a mental health victim in it, bruv. No, you're a man, you're meant to struggle, every day is war, Get out there. Stop moaning. Stop being a little sook. Get over yourself. Go to war. Not real war, I mean like, you know, metaphorical war. Go and win. The thing as well, as a man, you start moaning about your mental health to people, they will trust you less. And so they should. Your mind is the basis, the fundamental upon which everything else stems from. If you start going around telling your friends that your fundamentals are a bit skew-with, they're not going to trust you as much, nor should they. I'm about to buy dinner. Now, I used to be able to get into Marks and Spencer's to the food hall in the side doors, but I think the ferocity of shoplifting is so much. The only way into the food store is now through the clothes store, so they can monitor the exits a bit more. So, big empty shelves. I've been watching the news about Marks and Spencer's. The cyber attack has destroyed all their internal systems in terms of reordering things, and it's costing this company a lot of money. I've literally just entered, and it's empty shelves galore. It's just the beginning. Let's see, here's a nice oh my goodness, hope you're not after that type of bread down there. Hope you're not after those cereals. Swinging ball camera by HK Vision, now with metal bar around it to stop it being smashed down. Any of these people gonna do it? No? Check the news, the Reform political landslide continues. Labour wiped out. Conservative Party, sorry, who are they? Never heard of them. But I'm shocked to see people still voting for the Greens and the Liberal Democrats. What's the point of those political parties? At least with Reform, you have Nigel Farage behind it, one of the most successful politicians in political history, internationally. The man knows how to politic. He knows it. Probably in Salford, where I used to live, Labour's probably won there because my great-granddad voted Labour. My granddad voted Labour. My dad voted Labour. I vote Labour. Okay, they're cutting benefits for poor people, but Labour's Labour. Blackburn, you know your demographics well. Most of the crackheads milling around the bus station. And what we got, bookies, do some gambling. And then next door, a pawnbroker's, lol. Come bring your stolen goods. Yeah, that ID on a piece of paper, you know, that you've written 5 minutes ago, we'll take that as genuine ID. Thanks for your stolen laptops, phones, watches, jewelry, TVs. Yeah. Blackburn, eh? I used to hate it. Then the last time I came, I was like, yeah, it's all right. And now in the sunshine, walking around, feeling positively safe, it's all right, actually. I just wanted a perfectly blue background. Okay, there's a bit of wispy cloud next to my ear. But other than that, look at that blue. A nice cerulean blue. A nice sky blue. And I'll tell you what else. This country is changing for in the right way. Feels like all that ranting, all that obsession with free speech. Friday afternoon, they're not fighting, they're just drunk. People just shout at each other when they're drunk. All my ranting, all my efforts to try and veer this, me and a million other people. I'm just one tiny retarded cog in a big YouTube machine. But everyone, we've been trying to like drum sense into people. Stop it, stop it, stop it. No, 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 women don't have balls. You can't allow illegal migrants to settle here and remain illegal. So times they are a-changing. Get my little harp soldier. Thank you very much. This is Charlie Beach. I'll see you as always on the next video. We're parked in there. We've not shopped there, so we better go and get the car back.